There seems to be no end in sight to the war in Ukraine. And while much of the media has moved on from covering the war, Newsmax still brings you the latest information and really an uncensored look at what's really happening there.
Well, Greta Van Susteren has helped lead that charge with her week-long series, Putin's Atrocities: Horror in Ukraine. Greta focused the world's attention on Russian war crimes and cruelty, and for her effort by the decree of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, Greta was awarded the Order of Merit, 3rd degree. And we are joined now by Greta Van Susteren. Congratulations, Greta. Tell me what this means to you. And knowing enough about you, I know that the award itself isn't as important as what you hope to accomplish from this series.
Well, you know, you're right, Bob. It's to put a spotlight on what is going on in Ukraine. And look, you know, this was, as many of these things are, a group project. I mean, look at the help on this project. Chuck Holt's been over there, John Huddy, Sarah Williamson's been over there. People have worked really hard on this, but it was really to expose the atrocities that are going on there. And once you've been there, and I've been twice to the region since March, and once you have been there, and you see it with your own eyes, you cannot turn away. You know, you've got to put the spotlight on it. And I know that some viewers get sort of sick of it and say, look what's going on at home, and I get that and I understand that. But at least, you know, Newsmax is presenting it unvarnished so the American people can have a dialogue exactly, you know, what are we willing to do, what should we do, what do we want to do. And so, you know, I tip my hat to Newsmax, who is, you know, 100% behind supporting this. You know, it's one of the reasons I came to Newsmax, to do really good journalism. And you know, I'm very happy to be there because we can do so much being journalists.
Greta, you know, as you said, when you saw things with your own eyes, you can't turn back, you can't turn away. What is maybe one of the things that you saw that was most shocking to you, not just as a journalist, but as a human?
I suppose, I know I grew up with parents who had been part of World War II, and you have times when I go to the movie theaters, you see these old black and white films of all these people squashed on a train fleeing for their lives. And I mean, it was a movie. Well, you go to Ukraine right during the evacuation, you've got, what, 5 or 6 million Ukrainians. They're all just running to these trains, trying to get out of there, no place to go with their kids. Husbands are saying goodbye because they stay behind the war effort. They lose everything in their homes. Their homes are gone. They don't know if they're ever going to come back. But you have these packed trains. They're exactly what I heard about when I was a little girl, talking to my parents about what was going on in World War II. You know, and we always heard never again. Well, it is happening again. And as one of the reports that we had is they have filtration camps where they're separating families. They're taking loyalty tests and sending them off to camps in Russia to who knows what. They're using rape as a form of a weapon. So I guess the thing that is seeing the faces, especially the children, and the mothers on the trains and saying goodbye to fathers, I think is probably, you know, is something the kind of thing that think, how could this be happening in this day and age?
We've got about a minute left. What do you have tonight? What are you focusing on?
Well, of course, back home there's a lot going on, and I'm a lawyer, and there's a lot going on in the Trump case, so we're going to be talking about that. We do something about China almost every night because China is a real challenge for the United States and for the world. So we're talking about that, but of course we're also going to be talking about Russia. We're going to talk about Putin. We're going to talk about, you know, that he, you know, what he is doing to try to avoid the sanctions so that he doesn't get strangled economically, because that's really one of the ways that we can help end this war is by strangling Russia economically. So we're not letting up the gas pedal on Russia and Ukraine. Newsmax, as you noted in the beginning, is committed to go forward on this.
We really appreciate that and your reporting, and of course, thrilled to have you here with us at Newsmax, Greta. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and don't forget, you can catch The Record with Greta Van Susteren weeknights at 6 p.m. right here on Newsmax.